Good morning. So recently, our tomato plant here in the house started bearing fruit, and it's so huge. It's like a very huge tomato, and I've been enjoying it, making salsa out of it, making I think it's bruschetta, how you call it. I cannot remember, but I'm enjoying the fruit of it, and this makes me think of this verse in John chapter 15, verse 8. It says, "When your lives bear abundant fruit, you demonstrate that you are my mature disciples who glorify my Father." It says, when we bear fruits, that's when we show the Father. That's when we demonstrate that we are His mature disciples. Are we bearing fruit? I I love asking questions, not just to other people, but also for myself. That's how I learn more from God. That's how I receive more revelation. Here in school, I am mentoring. I'm still doing a lot of mentoring with mentoring of students. So I still have students um, who are most of them older than me. Most of them have a lot of experiences. A lot of them are from different parts of the world, and but asking questions taught me a lot of things. And asking questions means that you're hungry. And reading on this passage makes me ask question. It's not questioning is different from asking questions. When we start questioning God, that's when we don't receive any revelations. That's when we don't receive what He really wants to tell us. But when we ask good questions, that that's how we are receiving more from God. That's how we are learning more from Him. And this passage makes me ask myself even, like, am I bearing fruit? Like, makes me think like, Lord, what kind of fruit I am bearing? And it says here, when your lives bear abundant fruit, you demonstrate that you are my mature disciples who glorify my Father. This is Jesus who is speaking here. Our maturity is revealed in the fruit that we are bearing. It's not just, fruit that is for a season, but fruits that's lasts a lifetime. It says here in verse 9, "I love each of you with the same love that the Father loves me. You must continually let my love nourish your hearts." It's not by our own selves, or it's not by our striving that we will keep ourselves nourishing so that we will bear fruit. It is when we continually let the love of God fill us, continually let Jesus fill us with His presence, with His love, with His word, with all that He is, that we will be having all the nourishment that we need to bear fruit. It is only that when we are attached to the vine that we will bear fruit. So I just want to encourage us to check ourselves, ask the Lord, how does my fruit look like? And am I bearing fruit? And check ourselves, are we connected to God? If you're experiencing pruning, that's a good thing. Pruning doesn't feel so good. It feels, it's painful. It's not, pretty much, it's not like enjoyable when you are being pruned. But know that, like the vine, I just heard someone spoke about it, that the vines, they have to cut it because the longer it grows, the more that it will not bear fruit. But as you prune the vine, it will bear more fruit. So it is necessary to be pruned to bear more fruit. So if you're experiencing pruning right now, be thankful, but ask the Lord to reveal to you what it means. Ask the Lord to give you a teachable heart. Ask the Lord to for grace to submit to the pruning and be okay with it, and to learn from it and receive more revelation from it, and ask God for grace to keep you. And that's why I pray for you today, that you will have the grace in this pruning season, so that you'll also have the grace when you started bearing fruit, and you have the grace to keep the fruit, not by striving, but by trusting and relying on Jesus. So God bless you today.